Welcome dear learners. We have started the syllabus of BSc first year subject Dairy Science, and today we are starting the paper number 2nd, unit number 1, and the title that today we are going to learn. The name of the topic is the production and utilization trends of milk in India. And name of this paper, that is the name of this second paper, is Milk and Physiology of Lactation. In previous lecture we have seen the scope and opportunity for this subject. What will be the benefit of this subject in future? What will be the scope for this subject in future? What will be the opportunity for this subject in future? So we have already seen in detail in our previous lecture. So if you listen my previous lecture, you got the idea, you got the scope and opportunity for this subject. So and today we are going to start this paper. The name of this paper is Milk and Physiology of Lactation, paper number 2nd, unit number 1, and the title of the paper is Production and Utilization Trends of Milk in India. So this slide contains the history of domestication of animals, dairy animals. Many records found that 6000 to 8000 BC, before the Christ, ancient man learned to domesticate the animal, and he domesticated the cows, buffalo, sheep, goats, and camels, and he domesticated those animals for the milk. If we visited our historical places, if we see our historical pictures are signed, in that we may find the photographs or pictures of various animals, especially cow. Okay, so the ancient Indian scriptures provide the ample proof of dairy. So it provides us a ample proof that the ancient Indians were rearing such animals for the milk purpose or for other purposes. It may be a farming purpose, or it may be a transportation purpose. Okay, so when we see the historical places, historical photos or scriptures, in that we may find the photographs of various animals. So it shows the domestication in ancient India. Now, the nation's milk supply comes from the millions of small producers dispersed throughout the rural area. Now, who produces the milk? When we study the Indian milk industry, we get that it is find that the small producers, they produces the large quantity of milk and they supplies milk to the urban areas, whereas the milk is produced in rural areas and they supplies milk to the urban areas. Due to the result of Operation Flood program, India India secured the first position in milk production. India ranks first in respect of cattle and buffalo, second in respect of goat, and third in respect of sheep population in the world. Okay, by uh, by this sentence, that is the cattle, India ranks first in respect of the cattle and buffalo. It means that this sentence shows us the population, how uh, the population of cattle and buffalo present in India. India ranked first in the world, second in goat, means this again shows the presence of goat in India, and the third in sheep population in the world, again it shows the population in India. Okay. India generally has 175 million cattle, which are about 13% to the world's cattle population. Means the world's 13% population of cattle is present in India. And 99 million buffalo populations are present in India, which is around 55% of the world's buffalo population. It means that more than 50% of buffaloes are present in India. Okay, so we have seen that the world largest populations are present in India. World 13% of cattle population are present in India. World's 55% of buffalo population is present in India. And despite this, the per animal productivity is only 987 kg per lactation, and it is 2038 kg per lactation of the European cattle. It means that it shows the difference between the productivity of Indian cattle and productivity of exotic or European cattle. We have a large population of animals. We have large population, we have large cattle population, but we don't have such a production from that population. Whereas when we think about the European cattle, European population, their milk production capacity is high and their number is less. Whereas we have more number of animals, we have more population, and we have less productivity per annum. So this is the difference between the the productivity of Indian cattle and productivity of exotic cattle or European cattle. Again, it is shown that the global milk production has grown only by 0.78%, whereas it is 4.07% in India. It means that, see the growth of Indian milk industry. Global production is growing. Yes, definitely it is growing, but their percentage is just 0.78%, whereas the growth rate of India is 4.07%. So it shows the growth rate progress of Indian dairy industry. India is among the world's largest and fastest growing market for milk and milk products. As we know that, I told you earlier, India is the largest milk producer country in the world, and therefore it is the world's largest and fastest growing market for milk and milk products. The market size value in terms being US dollar, that is the 47.6 billion, and growing at nearly 7.5% annually. Means we have the growth rate of 7.5% annually as compared to the global market, world market. In this slide, as we have seen in the previous slide, that the growth rate of India is very high as compared to the global market. The milk production of Indian cattle is very low as compared to the European or the exotic breeds. We have also seen that we have the large population of cattle, buffalo, sheep and goat, but their productivity is very low as compared to the European or the exotic breeds. Whereas in these slides, we will see that the pattern of milk consumption. As more milk is produced in India, but we do not have the tradition to consume milk and milk product or use the milk and milk product as a part of the diet. We are not using it. Okay, but whereas when we study the European countries, North American countries, the traditionally milk and milk products have been parts of diet. It means that the milk and milk products are the part of their diet, whereas it is not the part of our diet. We are not consuming the milk and milk product as our diet. It is not part of our diet. The total milk consumption as fluid milk processed product per person varies widely from highs in Europe and North America to lows in Asia. It means that the total milk consumption is very low of Asian people as compared to the European and North American people. In tropical countries where the high temperature and lack of refrigeration has led to the inability to store the fresh milk, as we have the facility for the storage of milk, refrigeration facility is not available in the rural area. Therefore, the milk is continuously the milk is it is consumed it is immediately consumed of warm milk after the milking or the boiling of milk, because they don't have the facility to store such a milk, or the fermentation and drying to convert the milk to more stable product. Therefore, it is directly consumed. Even within regions such as Europe, the custom of milk consumption has varied greatly, and the same condition is also found in European countries also. It means that if it means that they so this was just an introduction to the point that we have already started, and in coming lecture we will see in detail about the remaining part of this point. So thank you.